Sparks and Deepwoken suck. Let's just keep it real. Only time you use a spark is on storm blades, shadow gun, wind gun, or basically any of the guns to just make them have more shots. Like sparks, I feel like are a half-assed, like not fully finished thing in the game that they kind of just left in because they didn't really want to take it out. And I feel like they definitely could give us some love in an upcoming update or like a weekly or something like that. It could just be a good quality of life and a good way to mix certain builds up. Now I will say not all sparks are completely useless. Like I said earlier, there are some sparks that are actually pretty good, like multiplying spark, blast spark, round spark. All those are actually used a lot, but I feel like there should just be reworks for almost every spark, because why does blast spark multiply the shadow gun's shots but not the multiplying spark? It just doesn't compute with me. So I first want to go over the removed sparks in the game. So if you didn't know, there was actually 3 sparks that were dropped like on day 1, but they're removed now. It's the Mirage Stone, Flaseflame Stone, and the Haunting Stone. Nobody really knew what they did. Nobody really knew how to do mantra customization back then, so we don't know what they did, but that's why I'm here to cook up and give some good suggestions to why they should be added back into the game and what they could really add. So first, Mirage Stone, if you put it on a mantra, it'll reduce the damage by about 10%, but it acts as deferred. So you hit them with your mantra and it's gonna display a false amount of damage. So it could be like 1 damage or like damn 5,000 damage, like one shot them. But after like a couple seconds, it'll wear off and show the actual damage just to throw off your opponent, because I'm thinking like Mirage clones like Apex Legends, he's got those clones and it tricks you, so something like that. But go on to the next one, Haunting Stone. Obviously haunting, haunted, something insanity like, something spooky like. Sanity needs a rework. Like some insanity features would be cool, some like rogue lineage with the damn paralysis demon, shit like that. So if they did do a rework for insanity, applying this to a mantra to give insanity on hit, so something like no life king, but a little less obviously, don't have it like full no life king level, something like that would just make it great, because if they have lose your mind, it's gonna get countered a little bit, but if they don't and there's some new effects to insanity that's like actually a downside, it'd just be a pretty cool addition to mantra customization. And then for Flaseflame Stone, honestly I have no ideas to what to put for this, because I would say make like a fake burning effect, but I feel like that's too lame kind of, because you're gonna know if you use a gale move, they're gonna get set on fire from a damn gale move, so they're not gonna even like try to roll it. So the only way it could do it is like it starts ticking down, but once you roll it, your health goes back up. Like it's a real burning effect until you roll, but you don't actually lose health. All right, now that we're past the removed sparks in the game, let's get on to the current ones. And the first one I have like the most problem with is blast spark in the guns. I really don't understand why blast spark on a wind gun or a shadow gun is giving it more shots. Essentially it should definitely be multiplying spark giving it more shots. I feel like multiplying spark should work on a lot of things. Multiply, fire forge, even that, just reduce the damage a little bit so it's like can hit it easier, because all modifications should have a little bit of a downside, or else everyone's just gonna go with that modification, you know what I mean? Like storm blades, the normal move does a lot more damage. When you put tornado spark on it, completely changed the way it works, does less damage, but it traps them inside the little circle so they can't run and they get stunned if they try to get out of it. But magnet spark, I feel like it should be reworked to work with all projectiles, maybe just reduce damage a tiny bit. So like fire forwards, it can auto check like ice daggers, just something like that, because magnet spark right now in jolt grab and lightning blade literally TPs to the person, so I don't see why I can get some auto tracking and maybe just reduce the damage or change the way it works a little bit so it's not super busted, because getting hit by all 3 fire forges on like an auto track would be insane. That's just gonna do like 3 bars at least. It'd also be nice to see round spark get some love, because right now it's only used on fire gun and ice eruption to make little the ice hell cage that Agamazu said, but it would make more sense to have round spark turn the storm blades into what it is now instead of tornado spark, because you're not making a damn tornado, just make a little cage. And it would be nice to see like mantras just turn to AoE stuff with round spark. So like let's say you use fire palm, it turns into like a ground palm type shit. It goes like in a circle on the ground, kind of like an ash slam, like a bigger radius, but it doesn't like knock you back type shit. And I think a full rework of a reversal spark is needed, because that's just ass. There's literally, if you put it on revenge, it makes it do 0 damage, and that's all it does. So I think a good thing would make it like a counter, so it would like reverse your mantras or reverse something on an enemy. So say you use adrenaline surge and then you start hitting them, reduces their speed type shit like that, or you use it on like gale lunge and it makes them come towards you or something. I don't know how they do it, just it's ass right now. They gotta fix it. So one spark that actually kind of works as it should be intended, but also only works on 4 mantras, is spring spark. I feel like they should just keep spring spark as it is, but for every single mantra, obviously not support mantras like graceful flame and shit like that, should work like the dancing flame talents from the flame charm thing. So you use a mantra and it propels you forward a little bit if you have a spring spark on it, because you're springing forward, bro. It makes sense. And if you look at the shade bringer mantra and you have a spring spark, it literally makes you jump forward. It sends you forward. Crystal knee sends the enemy forward. Dash makes you go forward twice. It just makes sense to make it so you have like the graceful steps so you can go forward every time you use a mantra that has spring spark on it. All right, getting into one of the last sparks, tornado spark. I feel like instead of it adding the little spin at the end of dark blade, that should be moved to round spark because you're going in a circle type shit. But tornado spark, I feel like should pull pull people in, almost like Magnet Spark, but it only works on a few mantras. Because this is one of the few sparks that can only work on a few mantras. Tornado Spark's very gimmicky type of thing. You can only work on a couple mantras. There's no way they can put this on every single one and have everything pulling in. So it's like a big AoE effect. It should definitely pull them in. So I'd say the Tornado Stormblade variant should change, be kind of like the Tornado Gale mantra. So it kind of spawns like a little vortex storm, thunderstorm that pulls the people in. You know what I'm saying? Pulls them in, and then you can like attack them with like range moves or something like that. Because Thunder is a pretty ranged attunement. To be honest, we have Grand Javelin, Lightning Strikes, the bow move, whatever that's called. I forgot. It's mid anyway. Nobody uses it. But y'all know what I mean. Just a little thing that sucks them in and kind of does like a big AoE effect. But yeah, that's about what I think the sparks are. I didn't introduce any new ideas because let's be honest, we gotta fix what's going on right now before we should tend to add new shit. That's what Deepwoken kind of lacks. Yeah, we do want new content, but I also want my game to be in a playable fixed state type shit, have actual features in there and not just random stuff missing because it got removed before day one and y'all like forgot about it. But yeah, if y'all have any ideas about the sparks I mentioned, or you have any ideas of your own, drop them down in the comments. Like always, I read them all, to be honest, and then I heart them all most of the time. So yeah, drop a sub, drop a like. We're gonna be doing some discussion type videos like this because I honestly just want to voice my opinions and try to get them in the game. So I know the suggestion channel, they don't really check that shit. I feel like they're more inclined to watch like a YouTube video with like a decent amount of views and go off that than just a little like suggestion and text channel.